Tell me what it's like operating the business on your own.
So there are pros and cons to it, both. One of the biggest things with it is the fact that you spend a lot of time at your business because you're running it yourself. So there's a situation where you don't have a lot of free time to, say, visit like your family or go back and visit friends and stuff. And I'd say that's a big con. Like, I see Shelby probably an hour and a half a night. And that can really add up. But I think there's also a lot of rewarding things to it. So like the pros, where you, for instance, would, what's a good way to put it? For instance, you have the flexibility to make your own business decisions. So you have the freedom to adjust your business quickly. So you can be very flexible with the decisions that you make. So I take the data and then I get to make a decision along with Shelby. So I'll figure out what I think is a good idea. I'll come home, I'll talk to her about it, and then she'll be like, that seems like a good idea, or maybe we should think about it again, later on. So that's one really big thing, is the business flexibility and the ability to be adaptive. That I think is really good, to be just one person who is always dealing with people. The only other thing that is really rewarding is that you get a good sense of community with the repeat customers here, because they come back and you're always here, so you see them a lot.
Shelby, how about you? Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, and an example of the flexibility aspect would be, let's say they were thinking about bringing in Pokemon as a trading card game. You sometimes bring that to me and say, hey, do you think we should carry this in the store? Do you think we should run events for this? And I'll be like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, or no, that's terrible, don't ever do that. Other than that, yeah, I completely agree. We definitely don't see each other as much as we'd like to.
Do you feel like you spend a lot of time together here at the store? Like your time together is actually working?
Sometimes. And even when we are working together here at the store, he may be taking care of customers, and I may be, putting a display up of something or restocking the fridge or the freezer with like drinks and snacks and stuff.
How many hours do you think you guys put in here a week?
I do 57 hours if I get off on time every day, which doesn't really happen normally. Usually I'm here an hour later most days. Fridays we have a late night event, which I factor into that 57, and then that doesn't include any of the time like when I go home and do paperwork, or any of the like looking at what should we order for the next week, processing everything, buying everything, all of that stuff. So.
And last question, I guess, do you have any advice for somebody who might be thinking of opening their own business, but they would be running it on their own?
Yeah, so a lot of people who open businesses say, it's risky, I don't want to do it because, what if it fails, or, things like that. I think as long as you give yourself an exit plan, it can be really enriching to be an entrepreneur just in general, and work to, run your own business. It's very rewarding. At the end of the day, it's something that you create yourself. So as long as you work hard, and I think you have a good backup plan in case something does go wrong, and you actively monitor it, it could be very, very enriching. It's a good thing to do.
And sometimes you just have to take the risk too, because of the rewards from it.